Here right now, right here, Florida Man Radio, with your favorite show of the week, I hope, Real Sense Now. It's your host, Dawood Bedrosian. If you're tuning in to the show right now and you're listening for the first time, here on Real Sense Now, we're giving you a real sense on both what's trending in our current environment, what opportunities and challenges exist and present themselves in the world that we live in, both in the world of business and, of course, in real estate. Our show is mostly a real estate show, but, of course, with the topic title that we're going to be talking about and a show title like Real Sense Now, you'll understand why today's topic is so imperative and you need to tune in and listen. More importantly, if you don't know what our show is all about, we're here on Real Sense Now to share with you the cheat codes to your success in business, your success in real estate, and your success in life. If you're tuning in for the first time, we're live every Saturday at 11 a.m. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our show today. We have a very special guest, a true digital marketing guru who will take us on an exciting journey into the world of online promotion and the revolutionary impact we're all hearing about when it comes to AI in today's business environment. I know a lot of you guys hear that catchy term and probably not quite sure how to utilize it. You may have heard of ChatGPT or chatbots or how AI is taking over our world and maybe kind of going to sacrifice a lot of jobs in the futures and careers. But I really want to kind of shine a light on this and actually show you how digital marketing can really turn around your business in today's evolving landscape. In the realm of marketing, we've witnessed an unprecedented shift towards the digital sphere. If we experienced the Industrial Revolution over 100 years ago, treat this as the new revolution. This is the digital revolution. Many traditional methods have given way to the immense power and potential of digital marketing. The internet, social media platforms, search engines, and various digital channels have become a battleground where businesses vie for consumers' attention and, more importantly, loyalty. Why is digital marketing so crucial in our modern era and in our business world on the day-to-day basis? It influences, it intertwines itself into the way we interact with products, services, and more importantly, receive information. Unbeknownst to us, or maybe many of you guys have noticed right now, a lot of what we speak about starts to show up in our digital world. So I was searching for, a car the other day. And all of a sudden, I started to get all of these ads pop up all the time. I know Alexa is listening to you. I know everything else is listening to you. And all of a sudden, it's catering and directing and targeting that information that you're seeking right before your very eyes. And I want to share a story that's going to illustrate the importance of this. Maybe not a great example in terms of a business you may overlook, but think about the simplicity of this example and the difference between what the messaging is to you, the consumer, and more importantly, how it can turn around a business's productivity and, more importantly, profit and bottom line. Let's imagine two local businesses, a traditional bakery and a modern French patisserie, situated side by side on a busy street. The traditional bakery relies solely on traditional advertising methods, maybe flyers, maybe an ad in the window, maybe word of mouth to attract the customers. On the other hand, the French patisserie employs a comprehensive digital marketing strategy. They have visually captivating website that showcase all their delectable treats. And if you know anything about me, I'm not generally one that has a sweet tooth, but I am a sucker for French pastries. And if I was to see those pictures, I'm telling you right now, I'm going to order everything on the menu. But of course, that also allows you to maintain a strong presence on social media. And of course, if you use AI-powered targeted ads to reach potential customers in the area who have shown an interest in gourmet desserts, all of a sudden you have a business that's turned around its marketing efforts and is lining up people outside the door. It's Saturday morning. There's about 30 to 40 people lined up to get their hands on the warm, fresh baked French pastries, while the next door neighbor is sitting there scratching their heads, probably with flour all over their hands and their uniform, wondering when their next customer is going to walk in. So as a result, the French patisserie experiences a steady stream of foot traffic, online orders, and then, of course, your traditional baker struggles to keep up. You see, this story encapsulates the critical role digital marketing plays in today's business landscape. It enables businesses to connect with their target audience on a completely different level, allowing them to personalize their message, understand consumer behavior, and cater to specific preferences. Moreover, with the proliferation of smartphones, internet access, digital marketing ensures businesses can reach potential customers wherever they are, around the clock, around the world, and specifically targeting their interest. Now, let's talk about the game changer in the digital marketing world. It's that one phrase we've all heard about, AI, or artificial intelligence. AI has revolutionized the way business interacts with customers and optimizes their marketing efforts. It analyzes a vast amount of data at incredible speeds, providing invaluable insights into customer behaviors and, more importantly, market trends. Consider a global e-commerce giant. Let's take Amazon, for example. It employs AI algorithms to recommend products based on each user's browsing and purchase history. And by doing so, they're able to create a personalized shopping experience for each customer, increasing the likelihood for making that sale, and more importantly, fostering brand loyalty. AI also enhances the efficiency of digital marketing campaigns. It automates repetitive tasks. It also takes on email marketing, content scheduling, ad placement, freeing up so much valuable time that we have. I've changed my real estate business by implementing AI into the systems that I employ in order to get my content out there, my messaging out there, and more importantly, to connect with my clients. And I'm just scratching the surface for what's possible. And if it's working for me, it sure is going to work for you. Additionally, AI-powered chatbots have become an essential part of the customer experience, providing instant responses to queries and enhancing the overall experience. In today's hyper-competitive business environment, those who embrace digital marketing and AI gain a significant advantage over their competitors. It's about building lasting relationships with customers and delivering authentic experiences that resonate with them on a personal level. The customer feels like this company is speaking to me, they identify with me, they know me, and this is why I am loyal to them. I say this over and over again on our show. We live in a relational economy. The currency of the world that we live in is relationships. So dear listeners, as we delve deeper into this discussion with our digital marketing guru, be prepared to uncover the secrets of effective digital marketing and discover how digital marketing and AI continues to transform businesses and shape the future of marketing as we know it. So on today's guest, we have a dear friend of mine, Mr. Raza Khan, and he has not only helped me transform my business, but he's also the author of 2 published books. He's an entrepreneur, professional speaker with a remarkable background. He's the CEO of a company called Revenue Engine, the next generation digital marketing agency that looks to help small and medium-sized business turbocharge their revenue growth and succeed in the digital world. Raza has been a professional marketer for 12 years and has had great successes in various industries such as real estate, healthcare, finance, entertainment, and technology. Raza, thanks for being a guest on my show.
Hello. How's everybody doing today?
Question for you. Yeah. With this ever-changing commerce environment that we live in, what are some of the fundamental marketing principles that all businesses can utilize in order to become successful in today's marketing landscape?
So look, first of all, thank you for having me, Dawood. It's a pleasure to be here. AI is an AI and the digital buzzwords that are going around nowadays. Obviously, they can be intimidating to people, right? One of the points I want to drive across to your audiences, or your audience and you today, is that, of course, those things are changing the landscape. However, there are some marketing principles that'll never ever go out of date, and they'll always be relevant. They'll always be relevant. So, for example, one of the fundamental points is to have a powerful brand by your side, on your side, right? So that could include anything from a nice looking logo to a simple website, nice colors that captivate the eye. And these things are not difficult, Dawood, because you can easily look at your favorite sports team, for example, and you'll notice that some colors catch the eye more than others, right? And that's how they actually hire professional. Obviously, they hire marketers, but they also have psychologists, color psychologists that dissect these little things. So any business can use those things to their advantage. Like I said, a logo design, having a nice, clean logo, and it's not difficult to do. We live in a world where all these things are super accessible. A nice, clean website, there's no excuse for any business to not have a clean website anymore, because you can easily, you can hire an agency, obviously, but if you don't want to do that, you could even build it yourself for $15, $20 a month. So I think every business should have some small things working for them. One of them is a clear brand. Another very important thing in business is obviously knowing your audience. Do a little math. If you don't want to, hypothesize what your audience looks like, look at your existing customers, do a deep dive, look at them and say, okay, are my customers men or women? What age do they belong in? What are their interests? Based off of those fundamental facts, any business should be able to craft an offer, which is my next point, having $1 million offer. Okay. What does that mean? It means having a clear value proposition. Whatever you're selling, it should be priced a certain way. It should be presented in a certain way that is appealing to your audience. And that's why it's important to have those things done in order, like I said. All right. And then there's other things like in today's world, anybody and everybody should be creating content. I think whether you're a chef at a restaurant or you're a plumber, people want to know how things are done, right? So whether you're a real estate agent.
Let me touch on that for a second. I think what's really important when people use the word brand, I think brand in today's world really equates to a more powerful word, which is that powerful word when it comes to branding yourself is reputation. Your brand is your reputation. You need to connect with people so that they can walk into your world and see what it is that you do, how you connect with people, how you're serving them, and what value proposition you are providing to them. On that note, I'm going to need to go to break. When we return, we are going to delve into digital marketing, AI, and a whole lot more. If you want to connect with me, all you have to do is reach out to me on any one of my social media platforms. That's Facebook, Instagram, or LinkedIn by simply typing in my name. You can, which is Dawood Bedrosian, Dawood, last name Bedrosian, Bedrosian. And you can always call in right here, 321-339-1055. And if you go on digital radio, it's 103.1 HD3. Catch you after the break. It's your host, Dawood Bedrosian, right here on Real Sense Now. Ever since humans learned how to trade, I believe marketing has been in place, taken place since the dawn of time. Marketing is all about connecting with your audience at the right time, at the right place. And of course, with the rise of the internet, this means that you can connect with your audience easily online through digital marketing, anywhere, everywhere, all the time. But what exactly are the advantages of adopting and employing digital marketing as part of your strategy to connect with your clients? My guest today, Raza Khan, is a digital marketing guru, and he's here to shed some insights on his experience, how he's helped turn around a lot of business with his Midas touch. Raza, thanks for being my guest on the show once again.
Well, thank you once again.
So talk to us. What exactly are some of the advantages of using digital marketing today?
So look, digital marketing is the greatest thing since sliced bread when it comes to selling your products or services. Okay, it's a marketer's dream come true. No pun intended. It truly is, and every business can take advantage of that. What do I mean by that? Before, I would say 50 years ago, 60 years ago, the traditional marketing, the way it was done, first of all, marketing has always been overlooked by businesses. Most businesses look at the sales team as the favorite son or the favorite child. But marketing is always the overlooked department usually, unless, you're a smart business owner. Marketing traditionally was a one-way stream of data, right? You have a billboard or you have a radio show ad, and there was really no way to get consistent feedback from your customers. Digital marketing is beautiful because it allows you to get real-time feedback from your data right off the bat. You can run a Facebook ad and you will see all the impressions. You'll see how your audience is engaging with your content. You could be doing something on a podcast, for example. Anything you do, whether it's social media marketing, whether it's a Google a pay-per-click ad on Google AdWords, you'll notice that your people will click and they may buy directly. So digital marketing is beautiful because it allows you to connect to your customers in a more efficient way, in a cheaper way, with real-time feedback, and it allows you to constantly improve your products and services with that feedback in real time, and therefore there's no time wasted. So it's just a win-win-win-win-win-win, I would say.
But I think it also adds a lot more to that. Let me add to your point. In today's world, differently than we operated in the past, we would sell. In other words, the marketing efforts that were directed to your customers was pushing information down. And what happened was we saw traditional methods, very successful ones, direct marketing, billboard ads, infomercials, all pushing information down. With the advent of the internet, branding, social media, what you're able to do is pull people that are aligned with your product, that see value in what you're trying to add, your information. Maybe it's listening to this radio show or podcast.
100%.
It allows them to kind of connect with the messaging that you have, and they can decide at that point in time if they want to interact, use your products and services.
That's right.
Because they feel that it adds value to it. But I think more so than that is it also allows for consistent branding. It allows for you to market specific content that targets their interest.
A specific niche, even a specific category.
And I believe in today's world, what we're beginning to notice even more so is social media influencers that are aligning themselves with brands and communicating to micro niches within a greater niche as well, to allowing that business to become the authority in the space, and more importantly, having customers connect with that brand, that business, that product service in order to get all the necessary information that they want from it as well.
That's
too.
right.
So,
and you know what? That is about to get disrupted so hard with AI, which I want to talk about for a few minutes afterwards. Go ahead.
no, let's talk about it right now. See, with AI, I believe a lot of people may even think that it's like the internet. It's a fad. It's a phase. It's got to go away. But I really believe, like the internet, it's here to stay.
I want to tell you something crazy, Dawood. When I was, a few years ago, I used to look back in the 90s and I used to ask myself, I was born in 91. I'm 31 years old now. And I used to ask myself, God, I wish I was born in the 70s so I could take advantage of the internet boom in the 90s. And you know what? And then other things happen and things change. And now we're in the middle of the next revolution. Like you mentioned earlier on in the show, the Industrial Revolution happened 100 years ago, right? Whenever it happened with the advent of the printing press, for example. And now, then the internet happened, and now we're in the middle of the AI revolution. People have no idea how big this is going to be. So if I can say anything about this, Dawood, I would say that anybody that takes advantage of this now is going to ride this wave, and they're gonna be millionaires. There are kids right now in high school and university that are running businesses on AI. They're using AI to generate ideas and find products and services to sell. They're ripping off websites like in seconds. They're able to build websites in seconds using AI, and they're making millions of dollars right now. And then there's people like us that are just talking about it, but that's okay. That's all we can do.
Well, I'm not going to be talking about it. I'm going to be using all of your services
There
like
you
you have done for me to help turn around my business as well.
There you go.
But on that point, how can you really leverage AI in your business today to enhance customer engagement, personalization, and more importantly, drive more business?
Look, so to answer that question in a simple way, for all the Star Trek followers out there or fans, Trekkies, AI, if you go back in the Star Trek episodes in the 80s and 90s, you'll see how AI was predicted. And it's actually coming along kind of in a similar way. So you could either use AI as an assistant. You could have somebody write an email for you, and that's ChatGPT, which is the most well-known tool right now. And then there are specific tools that you can use, AI tools that can transform your business, whether it's for your branding. We talked about logo design and websites earlier. You know, in my previous life, when I used to work for a big marketing agency where I learned everything, there was a time in my life where I used to charge $20,000, $30,000 to build websites for big clients, right? I personally remember submitting an invoice for $30,000 for a big construction company. It used to take weeks to do that. Now, using AI, businesses and companies can do something similar for a fraction of the cost, and I could build a website like that in less than 3 hours, 4 hours. And that's how far AI has come. So to answer your question, businesses can leverage the power of AI in all different ways, whether it's for branding, whether it's to use as a chatbot that talks like a human, interacts like a human, and uses certain keywords. If your customer has concerns about a product or service and they want to know how to use something, whatever, now that human interaction can be completely removed and replaced by AI, which is not a bad thing. I think it's a good thing that instead of hiring people in third world countries to do your servicing for you, customer service, now you can use AI. So I digress. The question, to answer your question, you can use AI as an assistant, and that could be in the form of ChatGPT to write compelling content. You could use it to build yourself a website. You could use it to build yourself a nice logo and brand, or you could even use it as a chatbot to do other things. And then there are other ways that you could use ChatGPT and AI, and that could be to edit your videos, come up with a crazy concept. There's all kinds of crazy tools out there. I don't even know how many there are because every day they're adding dozens of them.
I think the way that the world has changed has showed itself in a very key element. Marketers before struggled in many ways and spent thousands of dollars trying to identify and find their right target market, especially when you were entering new markets. You're not familiar with the space, you don't know the lay of the land, and it becomes difficult to cultivate a new customer experience when you're in uncharted territory. How can AI be utilized for audience segmentation, targeting, leading to more effective and relevant marketing campaigns, and more importantly, greater profitability for these companies that are adopting them?
Absolutely. So look, first of all, everything we're talking about here, I want to give the max amount of value to your audience, and I hope there's a lot of people, small business owners, self-employed people in the trades that are listening to this, and these are some of the things that you must do, right? So we talked about understanding your audience a little bit earlier. If you're doing any kind of digital marketing or you have a website, there's data everywhere, right? There's data on your website. You can tell how people are interacting with your brand and on your website, what offer they like, what offer they don't like. There are certain AI tools that exist now that can gather that data and segment that data, and using AI, the AI can make informed decisions on your behalf that are not really critical decisions to your business, but like day-to-day marketing decisions. And there are tools out there that can segment that data, and it creates like a living ecosystem. So imagine you're basically creating a little marketing assistant that is making decisions for you, saying, if you're running 10 ads on Facebook or Instagram, and 6 of those ads are not working, using AI can automatically cut the budgets for those 6 ads and scale up the budgets for those 4 ads to get you the maximum wins that you want for your audience. But of course, the high-level thinking, the critical thinking should always be done by a human, and the AI is only as good as the prompts or the instructions that it receives. I hope that answers.
For the listener that's listening and the audience out there, I'm speaking from personal experience as well too. It seems overwhelming. So much information out there. You get these little clips on social media that says if you do this and this and this and this, you can literally automate your whole business, and all of this content goes out, and it sounds really great. But a lot of people don't even know where to start.
That's right.
What are some of the common challenges businesses face when they're adopting this AI in marketing, and how can you overcome these obstacles? In other words, where can we start?
Okay, good. Very good question. And I can understand why everybody's overwhelmed, and naturally so. This is the exact same way people felt about the internet, by the way. All right. When it first started, people said, this is just like a thing. It's going to pass. Like, come on. People are, we like to do business using phones and typewriters. And guess
I want
what?
to go
Now
to my bank to go speak to my teller.
my
or
teller,
personal,
exactly. And now most of the tellers are being replaced by couches where you sit down and people come to you with iPads, or better yet, you do it from home.
Yeah.
So to answer your question, the first thing you can do right off the bat is just be interested in this technology and not dismiss it, because it will transform businesses and the industry. And as a matter of fact, I brought some statistics with me. They're estimating, Dawood, that AI by the year 2030 is going to contribute $13 trillion to the global economy. If you can comprehend that number.
Nearly fell off my chair.
There you go. Me too. Well, not really, but $13 trillion is going to be contributed by AI. So look, the first thing you can do is be interested in it. Second thing you can do is start using it. Start playing around with it. Consider it a pet, like a little dog or doggy that you have. And that's how it is. ChatGPT, you talk to it and you give it some prompts. You can have a free account with ChatGPT. Just start interacting to learn how AI works and how you prompt it. And that's how you start. And try giving it some different tasks. For example, if you have a business that involves emails or scheduling, try getting ChatGPT to write those emails for you. Instead of you writing it with typos and grammatical mistakes, try ChatGPT. If you do social media marketing for your own business or you're making posts, try using GPT or another tool. Use ChatGPT for the content part, the text part, right? Or use another tool that allows you to come up with design mockups. So I would say don't be overwhelmed. Just get into it, start using it, play around with it, and be interested in it, and just learn, just be on top of the industry news, and that's all we can do to adopt AI.
So I love connecting with people. I want to speak to somebody on the phone, a real person.
Mm-hmm.
I want to get my answers answered not through a chatbot, not through prompts or text. So my question to you is, what's the right balance businesses can strike between human creativity and AI-driven automation in providing their goods and services?
In terms of relationships, you mean, right?
In terms of building that relationship.
Building relationships. So look, first of all, a lot of people prefer to text nowadays rather than talk on the phone. So there are some people that love to talk on the phone.
Guess that must mean I'm really old, right?
Yeah, well, no, you're not that old, but you know what? I like to talk on the phone too. Depends on who with, though, right? Okay. But a lot of things you can do is you can automate some of those text messages. As a matter of fact, in your industry, Dawood, in the real estate industry, I mean, you're an expert in real estate. This is a tool that you should be all over, and I'll tell you about it. I'll tell you the name later because I don't want to, for legal reasons, I don't want to bring up the name. But there's a tool that I just learned about 2 days ago that automates your follow-up with your clients using your existing channels. So using your LinkedIn, for example, using your email, you give it access to it, and you mark your leads or your clients a certain way. It'll automatically follow up with your clients on your behalf, and it'll even get you to a point where it'll get you on the phone with them. So if you want to talk to people on the phone, this tool will get you on the phone with those people. It'll automatically dial those people on your behalf. And when they're ready to when they pick up, it'll call you right away and say, hey, you got someone on the other line. And then boom. And then for as far as they know, they've been talking to you the whole time. And they're on the phone with you now as if you called them. But they don't know that the AI has been in touch with them. And the AI called them, and then it called you out of the blue, and it connected the two of you.
Listen, I've always dreamed about having my personal robot do all of my work for me.
There you go.
I remember growing up in the 80s watching that little girl, Vicky, that did everything in that family's house. I can't remember what her name is, with the little robot girl. Mm-hmm. I need a personal assistant. I have a lot on my plate, and I'm going to use whatever I can to help my life become easier. You've showed me a lot of things just in this last few months anyways that's really helped turn around a lot of things over here for me. Anyways, you're listening to Real Sense Now. It's Dawood Bedrosian. I want you guys to stay tuned after the break. We're going to continue interviewing a digital marketing guru, Raza Khan. We're going to get into more of what's trending in the world and how you could use this technology to turn around your business. Stay tuned after the break. Thank you for sharing with me that Vicky, the robot that I was looking for, was from the famous show from the 80s, It's a Small Wonder. And I do love the show. I do remember it really well. And I definitely want a little Vicky in my life. Luckily for me, I have Raza instead. Digital marketing guru here to shed some light and more importantly, help turn around businesses in terms of the use of effective marketing in today's ever-changing environment. So we've been talking about AI. We've been talking about various marketing tools that businesses can adopt from here. Where do we go from here? What tips can you give our listeners in terms of turning around their business today, adopting these technologies?
So look, one thing I want to say is just realize that it's only going to get more dense and more widely adopted from here. Okay, just like how internet was seen as something temporary, and now everybody uses it. And then the same thing happened with social media. When Facebook came out, people said, "Oh, this is just temporary. It'll die out like MySpace." Today, more seniors use Facebook than ever. As a matter of fact, seniors are now on TikTok. People are using all age groups are using these social channels. So one thing I want to say is that the AI, the next technology, will become widely adopted. So if you think this is something that's temporary, it is not. Okay, so jump on it before it's too late. Now, some trends that I am predicting that are worth talking about. I think that more authentic interactions will become more important than ever. Okay, and the fake interactions and just doing stuff for the sake of doing stuff, like posting articles just for the sake of posting articles, that'll become redundant because every major channel will introduce their own AI at some point. I think Facebook will. I think they're already experimenting with something like that. Google has already piloted their AI. Amazon, all these guys are going to launch their own. So
hasn't Microsoft hit its highest stock
right.
price ever with the release of their newest technology?
Microsoft just released their AI tool, and it is game changer. It is an absolute game changer for businesses, and because of that, this is just last week. I forgot the name exactly, but it's they have their own AI suite for small businesses, and they've designed it for small businesses in mind, and for a small monthly fee. I think it's like $70 a month or $80 a month, and their share price just hit an all-time high last week. Okay, so people are loving it. Now, some trends that I see happening over the next little while, like I said, authentic interactions will become more important than ever, and that includes using influencers in your marketing. So a lot of people are going to jump towards that model, and that's how TikTok is blowing up now. And as a matter of fact, as a marketer, I can tell you that TikTok is now the best platform for running ads. Okay,
really.
We used to run a lot of ads. As a matter of fact, our agency, we've done over $1 million in ad spend on Facebook alone, okay, on the Meta platform. That includes Facebook and Instagram, on different clients, obviously. But now we're not really using Facebook that much because it's too expensive. TikTok, on the other hand, is very cheap, and you're able to have a wider reach using influencers. So that's a huge game changer. Some other AI tools that I think are going to be game changers, or some things that are going to happen, trends over the next little while. More businesses are going to start using chatbots, like we talked about, to automate their customer journey, as we call it. Some other things, that niche content will become even more niche and more buttoned down, more narrowed down. And some people say niche and niche. That's a debate for another time. Now, you're going to have to invite me. You're going to have to invite me to another show, and
we'll figure that one on the next show.
Yeah. But more people are going to make content that is more relevant to their audience. So if you're a plumber, for example, and you service a specific type of client, for example, you only do condos and most of your clients are condo clients, or most of your clients are commercial real estate clients, make content about that. You know what I mean? Make it relevant to your brand and who you service, okay? Creativity will be more useful and more important than ever. So what does that mean? Like I said, more authentic interactions involve creativity from the human. When the computers and AI and chatbots and technology takes over and automates our lives, we're going to have a lot more time at our hands. And for that reason, we're going to be forced to think outside the box. And the people that do think outside the box in terms of their creativity, problem solving, ideas, and their offer crafting, all that stuff will thrive. The ones that don't do that will get left behind.
Encapsulated all the trends that are taking place in our current business world. In order to become an effective entrepreneur and have your business not only thrive, but reach new heights, definitely take advantage of the implementation of various influencers into your business model. Let's take your advice. Add that chatbot on your website. Mobile optimization has become so
Very
imperative
important.
that
Very important, yeah.
people can get all this information from their fingertips. Creative content keeps changing every single day. You know, we went from catchy challenges and TikTok dances to all kinds of other effective ways in which people can connect and communicate their messaging
That's right.
to their client base. But I think the most important thing to keep in mind is how to actually use them to enhance your brand's presence. And more importantly, what I want to come back to at the end of the day, branding equals reputation. The reputation that you put out there in our social media world, in our digital world, is going to become a great and direct reflectant on how well your business can operate by simply connecting and communicating with your target base that's listening to you all the time.
That's right.
Raz, I had to twist your arm to come here to share some of your services with us. Tell our audience what special surprise you have for them.
Okay, look, so didn't want to come empty-handed. I love giving gifts and I love sharing value to people. That's just who I am, and I really want to see people do better because look, the small business is the backbone of America, and small business owners, entrepreneurs are what make this country the greatest country in the world for entrepreneurship and capitalism, and the American dream is alive because of these people, right? So I want to give something back. I want to share a couple of nuggets of information that people can use to supercharge their growth, right? One of the things I want to say is you talked about your reputation, which is very important, right? So there's two elements of reputation that are extremely important that build trust. One of them is credibility, right? Whether you're trustworthy or not, that's determined by your authority on a subject. If you're an expert, and the way you can do that is by making content, going out there, speaking at events, going to a radio show like this, how I'm here, whatever it is, speak on a subject, write a book, right, or make a presentation. Go to your local chamber of commerce and make a presentation on a subject, right? The other thing is the fact that whether you are competent or not. So that's very important. Be competent, be passionate about what you do, because when you're passionate about what you do, your business, it will show to the world, right? Now, one of the the nuggets that I wanted to give away is pursue every impression like it's your first impression ever. When you're making an impression on your business, make sure your customer service is buttoned down. Make sure that your employees, every employee should be trained on customer service, whether they're an accountant or whether they're a frontline support staff or front desk. So make sure customer service, very important. Make sure you show up to your appointment looking good. You know, your shoes are polished. Your hair is nice. You don't have any hair sticking out of your nose, nothing like that. So first impression is the last impression. Treat it as such, okay? The third thing I want to talk about, which is in my opinion the most important, is give value. When you give value to someone, humans are designed to reciprocate. As a matter of fact, I may have talked to you about this offline, the law of reciprocity. There was an experiment that was conducted in the 70s. There was a behavioral psychologist. What he did was he randomly picked a list of 600 people and he sent them Christmas cards in the mail with a return address. Guess how many people returned that favor? 1 in 3. 200 people returned a Christmas card to that person for no reason. Just because he did a nice gesture, they did a gesture for them in return. So what does that mean? That means businesses give value to your customers first. Give them a freebie. If you're a small business owner, give them a free consultancy, or give them a free estimate, a free whatever. Or give them a book, or give them a gift. If you're in the real estate business, give them a bottle of wine, whatever, and people will reciprocate in referrals and business.
And talking about reciprocation, are you accepting any new clients at the moment? And if you are, how can people get a hold of you?
Well, thank you. Yeah, absolutely. I love working with interesting businesses. So if you have a cool business that you're offering, please get in touch with us, and gorevenueengine.com. That's our website, or you can get in touch with me on social media at RazKhan or at Revenue Engine.
I love it. So you heard it from the guru himself. It's gorevenueengine.com. Give him a call, maybe get a free consultation, learn how you can turn around your business. More importantly, thank you for listening to Real Sense Now. It's your host, Dawood Bedrosian. I will catch you right here every Saturday from 11 to noon.